Butts. That can't be
That's
the start
saying it.
I was in the middle of saying no if, ands, or, and then you started the thing. It's so weird.
Sure it was. I just want to let you know that the hook gonna be the last thing you remember.
Cool. So it's officially spooky season? What day is it now?
Sunday is Halloween.
Yeah, but like, what day is this coming out?
The Tuesday before Halloween.
The 26th.
Sure.
The
Math.
spookiest day of the month. October 26th.
The spookiest day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because we couldn't do it after.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Doing it on October
almost
or
as
November,
weird as
what,
you
2nd?
trying to shoehorn it in all
It's a month, dude.
all month long.
So is Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas
We
movie?
had this conversation.
Or a Halloween movie?
The answer is yes.
The answer is both.
Well, that's what I said.
Because it starts this week. And then it finishes
Halloween.
2 months from now.
This is Christmas time.
Ding, fries are done.
And then if you do that different version of the song from Frozen, it would also work. No. First Frozen. Do you want to hide a body? Do you know that one? Have you heard that?
No.
It's very funny.
All right, we're cool. So,
You're first.
I'm first. Say the name.
Say my name, say my name.
Not say my name. Say the name.
Say, baby, I love you.
So
while you run in games, I almost forgot the words.
Yeah, there's a rap experimental hip hop group called Clipping.
Clipping.
Lowercase c with a period at the end.
Yes.
Clipping. And
is there an I in there? Are there I's in there?
Yeah.
Why did I think
Clipping? Because I think at one point they had like an album without the I's.
Right. Okay.
Which actually totally makes sense. And I'm going to explain why.
Okay.
All right. So I really only know one member.
Debbie Diggs.
And it's, Debbie Diggs. Right. He is the vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? He's the vocalist of this group. And then it's his two friends who just make the beats.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not your typical beats.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are weird and the lyrics can also like mean something. It's not just like we make the beats and you rap over top of it. Mm-hmm. It's like no. What is all of this? How is it all going to fit together? They do have a song and I forget what it is, but it's about. So the idea is, and it's a really long song too. Mm-hmm. Slave ships coming over from Africa. Some of the slaves got thrown overboard for whatever reason, and instead of dying, they went to the bottom of the ocean and became like some sort of fish people.
Zombies?
Sure. No, they became sort of fish people, and then like they evolved down there, and then at some point they have to come up. And there's a song that like the beat is at one part, and then the beat is also like the it's heavily filtered where it just sounds like it's far away, right? And it's at one speed, and then he's rapping over top of it, and then at the end of that verse, the beat speeds up a little bit, and then the filter gets a little bit less. It gets a little bit more clear, and then it just does that for every verse, where it's like then it's a faster song, so the tempo is going up, and it's as if they are coming from the bottom of the ocean to the surface, and then you have that idea, and which is like the music is involved with the lyrics, so like they're very much what is our concept of the whole thing, and even the band has a concept, and the band concept when they do lyrics, they don't, I don't know all the rules, but I know the one is like they don't have the word I in there, which would take out like Clipping if they took out the I's, right? Because the songs aren't about them, they're about like they're narrating, right? So the latest two records, one is called Visions of Bodies Being Burned,
which is the one we're going to listen to.
Well, it's from that.
From that one,
The line
they mentioned that
it is from that, but that's the one album, and then the other is There Existed an Addiction to Blood. There Existed an Addiction to Blood came out in 2019 on Sub Pop, And then Visions of Bodies Being Burned came out in 2020. I have one of them on vinyl, but both of them are like, one is just like a bunch of nails coming out like in a grid, and then the other one is teeth coming out, but it's also been recorded over like 5-year period.
Yeah. I first heard about them, I think on W. Diggs' episode of WTF with Mark Maron that he did.
Yep.
He was talking about it there, and I was like, oh, word, I'll check that out. That's cool. So people would know W. Diggs most likely from Hamilton. He played...
most people know, 100%.
That's where that's kind of like where most people know him.
And then the second place would be Snowpiercer.
Oh, okay.
That's more of a newer thing, but
was he on Blackish too?
I don't know if he was on that show.
I think he was. I think he's like a brother or an uncle or something.
Yeah,
on that show as well.
The other two are William Hudson and Jonathan Snipes are the other two members of this group. Yeah. Now, those two records that I talked about are both horror themed, like horror movies.
Horror. 2 syllables there, Bo.
Horror, whatever.
There's some horrors in this house. There's some horrors in this house. That's the Halloween version of WAP.
Okay. Which is your song today.
Yeah.
The one, so the line, the Visions of Bodies Being Burned, or Candlesticks in the Dark, Visions of Bodies Being Burned, is from Scarface, the rapper. The title of the album quotes a line by Scarface from Mind Playing Tricks on Me. Oh, it's by Scarface, but the song is by Ghetto Boys. And
because he's a member of the Ghetto Boys, I think.
I don't know enough.
That sounds right.
I am not well versed in hip hop. And the hip hop that I do know is either related to Dr. Dre or this.
What about the other Dr. Dre?
And what was that guy's name?
There were 2, right?
Yeah, there was Dr. Dre from NWA, and then there was Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah.
It was the NWA version. Yeah. But anyways,
Bushwick Bill, that's right. Bushwick Bill, Scarface, and Willie D. That's Ghetto Boys.
So they sampled that line, Candlesticks in the Dark, Candlesticks in the Dark, Visions of Bodies Being Burned. But it didn't fit the way they wanted. They sampled it, but it didn't fit. So they just re-recorded that.
Yeah.
To fit that. And then that song is about Candyman, the movie. So like
the original one or whatever.
Sure. It's just about the character.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But like the hook gonna be the last thing you remember is talking about the hook, and then say the name.
Yeah.
Right. Say it.
Yeah.
Candyman.
I didn't realize. I haven't seen the new one or the other one.
I haven't seen them since like the 90s when I was like, I'm gonna watch horror films. Ooh,
but apparently it's works. Like it's part of like
urban legend
and stuff. Like it's based on like a a real thing. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not just a thing invented for the movie or whatever. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, but like
or the new movie.
If you listen through just the lyrics, and remember, there's no I. It's not about a person. It's just like telling you what's going on in this movie or character or whatever. So here it is.
Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned.
The hook gon' be what it is, the hands off. The retribution for what you took from the man. Got blood on the rust, God bless the red earth. The dead man walks the tongue bridge, a bridge, the time space, the boot, the concrete, the project undone, they juke it. Major look, you can't see it, the mob built the walls, the streets, it bleeds sweet syrup, the bees love it. They coming on a swarm and they raining on your college ass disco. Get your collar turned up in your.
This is cool. I didn't know before this that this was about Candyman, and so now I'm like,
so now you're listening to all the lines and be like, oh yeah, because he was like with honey and the bees and the hook and this and all that.
That's cool.
So
already, you can pause for a second too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already different than most hip hop songs. Like it's not like there's like that steady 2/4 measure thing that like just kind of like that loop or whatever, but like they're really thoughtful about the production of everything else and like what comes
and
in and whatever. And and changes. And
there was a thing on here talking about this song, but that it's like, there's inspiration taken from Nine Inch Nails' Closer, which I didn't know until just now. So like all the people who've listened to everything is like, he really loves Nine Inch Nails.
It's the Nine Inch Nails podcast. You didn't actually. I didn't know. No one knew Bo. Everyone just Bo knew.
But it's like, according to the band...
Bo, you're taking off that mask. Oh my God, everybody, Trent Reznor is here. It's actually Bo.
Imagine.
Trent Reznor is Bo the whole time.
No, I'm too happy. I'm happy with Trent Reznor when he talks. Which I'm betting he's a very happy person now.
Sure.
But when he's done his interviews, like the interview that he had with Halsey, he's just like, yeah, so like, and you know, we were gonna do this, and you know, so and then she's like, yeah, so like, hey, God, you know, because she's young and just had a baby.
Cool.
Anyways, so according to the band, the extended instrumental coda of the song was inspired by Nine Inch Nails' song Closer. Since early on during the production of the song, the drum sounds reminded them of it. It's like, hey, which totally like that, boom, tss, right? You get that. And I've seen this song performed live.
Okay. I was using air quotes.
Yeah, because I don't like it was on like it was like a Skype thing.
Sure.
But
Did you know that people like in Australia call them inverted commas?
Okay. Cool.
Just need you to sit with that for a second.
Did not. But okay. So like this, we're finishing up the first verse,
right? Which
I need to watch the films again just to. I
gotta watch them in general. I just sort of know the lore behind the.
I don't know, but I don't know exactly what this is referencing in the movie. But you can kind of get an idea. So the first is like maybe it's the people who don't believe, right? Like that, or like it's about like these people, who like maybe it's about the movie, right? And then we're now into the hook, which is Candlesticks in the Dark, right?
Shit to a demon, say the name.
Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks.
There's a lot of noise in there, which is intentional because like they're using like synthesizers and like modular synthesis, not just like, oh, we're using a synthesizer, right? Like, and they're programming this stuff and playing other things. Like they don't have, they're like DJ.
The last thing she remember, the fast lane in December, often drift when she drive. College girl looking for the love, learned about it in a book, but she always kept the gloves on. So when the skin touch, shit, head rush. Red blush, lipstick, she just crush a lot. Every pun pales a comparison, a joke to a jester. She inundated with dick, thick, and becoming conservative in her fucking and nervous that she would rush him, but murder wasn't discussing. The further she learned to trust him, the merger of love and lust, and she's serving it all.
Which this part I think is about like the birth of Candyman, like maybe the lore behind how Candyman became. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, I need to look at the whole thing.
Everything drops out but that.
Yeah. Which my guess would be right after this right here. And then it's not doing it's just doing like the tonic.
Right.
Instead of...
Can you say it again? Can you
Bridge.
say it again? Can you look into the mirror and then say it again? Can you say it again? Can you say it again? Can you say the name? Say the name. Say it. The hook gon' be the coldest pimp slap. Coat rack for man's skin. Let it air dry. Swiss cheese, the brother already half dead. Brain leaking out.
Feel bad like talking over it because they're getting all the lyrics and stuff. Like
that's the problem with this podcast and songs that are really focused on the lyrics.
Yeah.
Where we talk over top of them and it's just like, because like the beat, it changes, but it's pretty much just the same thing over and over again. Which rap in general is like, you got to pay attention to the lyrics.
Right.
The
well,
beat
obviously everybody should listen to this stuff.
Oh yeah,
without us talking over it. But yeah.
And now like there's even more to this part. There's a higher kalimba part, maybe.
Yeah.
I think there actually was doing with the kalimba,
Yeah.
which watching it live, and yet again, I'm air quoting live.
Inverted commas.
Because it was like over Zoom. Like it was like they were in 3 different rooms. So it might have been like I did my part and videotaped it, and then they did your part, and then Davey Diggs does his part.
Yeah.
Which it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and which does remind you of like 9 Inch Nails type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're hitting just like where you have like the metal plates on like foam, and you hit it with a mallet.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. But they only had like 3. It wasn't like it's an instrument. It's just like 3 sounds.
Yeah.
Which is then processed in the live version. And Davey Diggs is like in a robe, I think, in his bathroom, and he's got like a big mason jar of water.
Yeah.
While he's, like he'll just dance while he doesn't have to sing.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. If you can hear the marching band in the background.
Yeah, but like that, just this record, 96 Neff Campbell, what do you think it's about?
Scream.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song, by the way. That's what
yeah.
about,
96, yeah. But what are the other ones that I can be like, that's specific? None of the other ones like are. There's an interlude called Witchboard with a Y instead of the I, which is like obviously about like, oh, it's a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Or is it Ouija? But some of it, like they're really good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're covering a Yoko Ono song.
Oh.
I'm just noticing that.
Cool. One thing about Davey Diggs in particular is he can rap really fast when he wants to. Like he's got that like Busta Rhymes kind of.
Is that where you go?
For fast rapping?
Yeah.
Yeah, Busta's like
I'm not saying that's like.
Who do you go to? Who's your guy?
I don't even go to anybody. Really, I'm not.
Busta's it, man. He's known for that fast stuff. But yeah, there's a few tracks that they have because I've listened to I don't know all their stuff. They don't have like a ton of music out, but listen to
Clipping or Busta?
Clipping.
3 or 4 albums.
Yeah, and then like some like little EP things or maybe just like collections of singles or whatever. But right after I listened to that podcast interview maybe a year ago, I listened to like everything.
There's 4 albums, and the first is Clippings without the I.
Okay.
Or Clipping without the I.
Yeah.
So CLPPNG.
Yeah.
And actually all of the records.
That was probably the first thing that I listened to. That's probably why that's in my head that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
My primacy bias.
But they're all like, all the albums are some sort of bigger story.
Uh-huh.
So that's why everything needs to be connected. Like it's not just like, we're just going to make something cool. It's like, no, it needs to like fit in this thing.
Yeah.
So I think that their second album called Splendor and Misery is like a spaceship. Like they're on a spaceship. There's like interludes where there's just people, like the computer is talking.
Okay.
And there's only like one human being alive on the ship. But so it's a story.
2001.
So. Sure.
Hal and
there were 2 humans on that. Anyways.
Cool.
It's your turn.
Can we take a break?
Yeah, sure.
For a word from our sponsors?
Yeah. Hi, welcome to Bob's Burgers.
That's an actual thing.
Yeah. That's why it's a sponsor.
There should be like a Clipping burger or something. They always have like those funny burger titles.
Yeah.
I got nothing, no. Cool. Bo, again, you started the thing. I was in the middle of if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all something for Christmas or whatever. I don't know how that saying goes.
But wouldn't you have known that you got cut off? You wouldn't just say nuts.
Yeah, but like, because the audio changed in my headphones, and I realized that you had changed it. That's why I started stopping. Recording. Yeah, okay. I was like, why would you do in the middle of my phrase?
Yeah,
so strange. Anyway, my turn. Spooky tune, I guess. I was like,
spooky tune. How is it? How is this spooky?
It's from the Zombie EP
by
The Devil Wears Prada. We've got the devil. We've got zombies.
We've got Prada.
Prada. Yeah, capitalism.
What was that movie?
What's spookier than capitalism, Bo? Nothing.
Fascism.
What was that movie? The movie The Devil Wears Prada? Is that what you're talking about?
Was that the movie?
Yeah, it's a book and then a movie.
And a band.
And a band. That was probably not on the soundtrack.
Imagine if it was.
Yeah.
Where did The Devil Wears Prada get their band name from?
From the book, I think.
What's the book about?
The fashion industry. I don't know. I didn't see that movie or read the book.
Research. Not really.
Isn't Meryl Streep's character? She's mean. It's
Yeah.
Fashion.
It
She's like Anna Wintour from Vogue or whatever.
She's like Cruella de Vil.
Sure.
So this is metalcore.
Yeah. Apparently.
What's metalcore?
I don't know. What did you define it as? The anti-new metal?
Anti-new metal, but what makes metalcore?
I don't know, dude. It's heavy. Do you have an answer?
I don't.
Oh.
I'm looking up other stuff from The Devil Wears Prada.
They're a heavy band. One of the few that I really like. One thing I played Under Oath on here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I like about them, and then one of the things I like about Devil Wears Prada. This song, maybe not the best example of this, but Mike Hranica, I don't know how you say his name. It's like H-R-A-N-I-C-A, Hranica, I don't know. But him and Spencer from Under Oath, a little bit in common is that there is melody to their growly vocals and stuff. They're like, again, this song is probably not the best version of that. It's a little more straightforward, but they were kind of going for like a harder, faster aesthetic on this because the whole EP is like about a zombie apocalypse, basically. So,
did you listen to his interview on Lead Singer Syndrome?
I did not.
Oh, you really should, because he's like, I could write zombie tunes all day long.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, written Zombie 3, Zombie 4, like Zombie
12
5.
of them, yeah. So this came out in 2010, and then the newest one, Z2, that just came out this year, last year.
Yeah, like a couple months ago.
Yeah, 2021. But yeah, it's just songs about zombies and stuff. I do want to read the lyrics, or at least some of the lyrics, because you're not going to understand most of them. It starts with, "There's no time. If your decisions include regret, then it's already too late. There's no time." And that gets repeated a few times.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the spoken part.
God.
I think that's...
As clumsy as these beasts may be, their mass numbers make up for slow speeds.
Cool. Now is when you exert all of your energy. The oh my God, they're everywhere. I think that's maybe from something. It sounds like a clip from
a zombie film.
Probably, yeah. And then there's "Don't bother screaming, don't bother crying, ignore all hope of mercy." But there's like a lot of stuff like that, and they repeat most of those things. Like we've already said half the lyrics.
I am made of anger.
And there's some.
I'm gonna get that tattooed.
Cool.
Not really.
There's some different like sound effects and things in this as well. Like starts with like rain, but then there's like a chainsaw, and there's like sounds like a gun cocking and different stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Spooky.
This is track 1 off the EP also.
It's called Escape, for those who don't know.
I didn't say that, yeah. Start with some strings.
Programmed, obviously, right?
I assume so.
And the crowd is like, yeah! They're gonna play zombie!
First time I saw these guys was on Warped Tour, and they started their set by playing a recording of the Office theme song because it was in Scranton. And then they went into something that sounded just like this.
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Harmonics. I'm gonna have to pause this like a whole bunch because it's just too much. No one's listening to the lyrics.
Brutal, man.
Like last song, everyone's like, well, "Can you stop talking?" And now they're just like, can you guys talk over this?
Yeah, but there's a lot of interesting stuff happening.
Yeah.
And
musically, I love this. Lyrically, not lyrically, but vocally,
yeah.
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Like if you switch it up occasionally, like I didn't really like early Slipknot because of how much screaming they did, but when he would start to sing, it would be like, oh yeah, this is more like, so like there were like 2 or 3 different versions of Wait and Bleed.
Okay.
And like one was just like he screamed the whole time. I'm like, I don't really like this version, but the one where he's actually like singing,
The like single version that came out then.
yeah. I'm like, this is really good.
Well, so they do have a clean vocalist as well.
Is it in this?
Maybe. I don't think. Cool distorted piano arpeggio thing. Harmony, Bo. Vocal harmony.
Like, I want to cover this just to like, but like with singy vocals, not screamy vocals.
Yeah.
Just
it's about zombies, dude. Though,
I
like,
know. It's okay. You can have it be about zombies. Don't need to yell. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not my thing.
Okay. The alarm sound going off.
Do you think they made that sound, or did they find it and then...
I don't know. Probably found it. Yeah, there's clean vocals there.
Yeah, finally.
That's cool, man. You hear the zombies coming, the gun cock, and then we're gonna
and then the breakdown,
unload on them,
where everybody in the audience is just like moshing hardcore.
Cool bass line going on in the background there. I love it. You should listen to the whole EP. Give the whole EP.
I'll listen to it.
It's only like 6 tunes.
Like 2 weekends ago, that's all I was doing is just like I listened the whole day to like albums straight through.
Yeah.
In headphones.
I want to find. Oh, they don't have the lyrics listed. There's one that I think that you would really like. I'd have to find the lyrics of it because there's more of the singer on it. Jeremy DePoyster, I believe is his name. He's also a guitar player. Yeah, I don't love all heavy stuff. I like them. I like Under Oath. occasionally like some other things. Outnumbered, maybe Anatomy. I can't remember it. I'll look it up and I'll tell you off air.
You like them because they're on Solid State.
No, that's probably how I found out about them. They're one of those bands that like started out Christian-y and then maybe aren't so much, or maybe they kind of are, or it's just ambiguous, or they're like all of them are just like that doesn't need to be what we're about, but it can be part of it in a way. So
previously a Christian metalcore band.
Yeah,
that's what it says.
That's how most of them are. But yeah, they were like, we're gonna make this thing about zombies. And it's going to be like even more intense and brutal and whatever than like our normal stuff is. Like they're heavy in general, and his vocals are like that in general. But not everything is so doom and gloom and in your that kind of.
Yeah, this is a special thing for them.
Yeah,
this isn't like. This
but again, it's not.
Really
it's not like total 180 of what they do. It's just like we're going to go a little more over here to this side of the things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I dig it. I highly recommend that Zombie EP. The Z2E one is good. It's just not as much my thing. Something about it. I've only also listened like once or twice.
It didn't live up to your expectations.
I think it just didn't hook me.
I gotcha.
Like this one did. Like this track was the first track on the thing. I remember buying it because I was like, wait a second. They did an EP about zombies. I got to get this. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I hadn't heard a thing because it's 2010. Still like.
I heard about it.
I don't think I had internet on my phone yet. Like,
and I wanted to listen to it, and I started, and then I'm like, it's too much for me.
Well, as if you're not into heavy.
I'm into heavy, but like, I need good vocals, singy vocals, clean vocals.
Yeah, well,
it has a little bit of it, but you have to you get through 2/3 of the song till you get it, and then it's over. And I just want to laugh at it. So.
Okay. That's very close-minded of you, Bo.
Yeah, I know. No, it's not. It's just my opinion. Yeah. You have yours, and I have mine.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Anything else? You know what? We're never like introducing ourselves.
Whatever.
I don't think we did it last week or this week, now that I think about it.
No one's hopping on board on episode 42 or whatever.
Yeah. No, this is 43.
But everybody's...
Yeah. There's an episode.
Yeah, whatever.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Yeah.
Join the Discord. The
Spooktacular Discord. Find us on Instagram.
When it's not down.
Yeah, maybe by the time you'll hear this, Facebook and Instagram will be working again. Maybe not. Who knows? Apparently, Mark Zuckerberg lost $7 billion.
Yeah, that's a good 10-4.
He can go cry into his
pile of money.
Gold toilet or whatever. Yeah.
All right, so you can find us on Instagram if it's up, on Facebook if it's up, Discord if it's up.
Well, it was up today, so it's probably fine.
Yeah,
unless does Facebook own them?
No.
Yeah. No. TikTok was fine. Snapchat's good.
All your
Twitter,
your Facebook, or your social media needs. Maybe it was the government. Maybe the government shut it down.
Probably.
Or Trump figured it out.
Sure.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Bye,
y'all.